What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is TSM Player. His opponent today, in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Mosca. The map is Oasis, and thank you very much for the 50 months! Quick, Sonic, Pragmatic. That's a lot of months, my friend. That's so many months. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Give me one of these ones. We have a very, very good game. This is what I like to call new experts versus old experts. There is a clock. Actually, let's start the story from the beginning. There is a website. All OG AOMers know this website. I guarantee you, if you played AOM from around 2004 to around 2009-ish, that era, you'll know of this website. RTS-Sanctuary, also known as AOT Sanctuary, right? This is your place for expert recorded games. Anyways, on this forum of, or gathering ground of Age of Mythology history, there lies a clock. And that clock says what time it is, what discussion needs to happen. There's things like auto queue discussion. There's things like balance discussion. There's things like old expert versus new expert discussion. And we're here right now to figure out who is the best of all time. Who's the greatest of all time? Who's the best? And everybody always says the new experts are the best. And then the old experts come around and say, smack, nope, you're wrong about that one still. So Mosca, off the back of an incredibly good performance in the Brazilian league. I believe he came second, I want to say. Maybe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. His opponent here, however, his name's TSM Player. This guy's been around the block for quite some time, and he has been smoking noobs for the entirety of his Age of Mythology career. So, is he going to be able to continue or not? The map is Oasis. It's Hades versus Poseidon. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. So, we do see that the map is Oasis. With these hunts over here and this hunt over here, this could be, and the interesting idea here in this Greek mirror is, do you try to greed out town centers, or do you try to rush off your opponent getting a town center? Right? Those are your two options in the early stages of this game, because there's not really enough hunt to really bully your opponent with. They're just going to leave and go into their main base and then eat goats, or it's all going to be gone by the time you get there anyways, because there's only about somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 food on this map. While there are these baboons as well, they're a little bit of a frustrating unit to hunt. I do think that there is room for a Voobly balance patch change here. I'm surprised it never happened. But basically, these baboons could have gone down to like 25 HP or something, right? You can see that the zebras have got 30 HP. The gazelle's got 20 HP. You can make these 25 HP, 30 HP. Something like 3 shots to kill a baboon. You know, that would make these very, very huntable. Anyways, they're not. They're at 45 HP. They're very challenging to hunt. Nonetheless, long story short, they're not really hunt to be worried about too much on this map in its current state. So we'll see how things are going to go. So Ajax coming out, we do see a relatively, not that quick of a classical age here from TSM Player. Mosca, on the other hand, he gets his Hermes coming in at roughly the same time. Both players going for that 430, it seems, or 445 from TSM Player. It's a little bit later for him. Mosca here, he's got his villagers preparing to get the town center up. He's got himself the centaur coming over there. Only 3 villagers on the town center for the time being, with another 3 making their way over here to build this one up. An interesting decision here from Mosca, obviously needing to get that gold income from that gold mine there. So he had to leave them on there, but then also wants to have them over on the town center as well. But even if you just start the town center with one villager early and run everyone else over there, that's going to help complete the town center significantly faster than otherwise. Just having it started is a really, really big deal because that first villager builds significantly faster than every other villager that you add onto it. Little known fact there. All right, TSM player on the other hand here. He's doing the same thing. So both players are going to be going for this far second town center. So the question then becomes, where to next? Minotaur comes in, not paying attention, loses his Katoskopos. This Katoskopos is a really big deal. Really, really big deal. You need to keep this one alive so you know what your opponent's doing. Otherwise, you need to get yourself out a Pegasus from the temple, of which Mosca isn't getting any favor. He also does have himself the Apollo, so he did get 2 favor in already. But with the Katoskopos down, now what can Mosca do? He can scout around with the Centaur, but that's going to get chased down by a TSM player, Chiron here, I'm sure. As that's moving across there, the town center will come up for TSM player. Mosca's in a slight advantage for the time being. As the Centaur does get caught out here, and this Chiron of TSM player will manage to pick this one off. He attack moved. It's very rare to see an attack move, I think. But TSM player attack move, and that actually helped him catch that Centaur out there. If you're a Age Mythology player, use that attack move function. It's good. It's good. All right. Upgrades. Upgrades for TSM player. He's got himself the husbandry. He's got himself the hunting dogs. It's looking good. He's also got that pickaxe, I believe. As we do see the archery range and the stable coming down. Mosca, on the other hand here, he has his own stuff already out. He's ready to put all this pressure on, keeping TSM player in his main base. We are seeing the Chiron versus Hippolyta Theseus, but we'd have the Ajax taking the majority of that. The problem here is that Chiron does a little bit less damage than the Hippolyta. So you don't really want to take these fights as Hades. You want to be abusing the fact you have that speed. Beautiful Minotaur headbutt onto the Hippocon. Going to be taking that one down HP in a big, big way, down to 16 HP there. But TSM player is now ready to go. I'm a little bit surprised here to see TSM player going for hoplites at the moment. Going for hoplites here. Not going for hoplites, I should say. He's going for Hippocon, which, while it makes some sense because they're going to be able to deal with enemy archers, I really, really like Hoplite Toxoda to kick it off here for TSM play because it uses less gold and it's a little bit more easy to macro. If you have two Hippocons coming out, it's a lot of villages you need on gold. And, I mean, really you want a lot on food and you get your farms going up. You need all that food to get to the next age. You can think about getting out your Hippocon a little bit later if you really want them. We do see the Hippolyta getting taken out here as the Theseus falls as well. And Mosca's going to be retreating back for the time being. As the farms all starting to come up over here from Mosca nice and fast. He's only got the walls down in the middle of the map at the moment. He's got the Centaur. I love this positioning here from Mosca. Positioning on this location here to prevent any sort of cheeky villagers from coming in is really, really smart. I'd love to see him do the same thing over here with the Toxoda, for example. That would be really, really smart. And you can see the villager gets denied here. Mosca, 9 HP Centaur denies that villager. TSM player can't get those easy walls set up like he might want to. But while this does go on, Mosca loses his Centaur and now another villager will very quickly get sent over here, but Mosca's moved up here already, and he might actually get the wall off first. As Mosca going to have to retreat back. TSM players now actually in the lead here. Did he get a relic or something, or is he just getting the better of it in terms of the fights? 87 pop to 81. There's a slight advantage here. I don't think Mosca should really be taking this fight at the time being, as the villager does sneak through, and we do see Mosca now going to start shanking. Does get that first shank off here. And TSM player going to send another villager forward. No. I think he's expecting to win this fight. If Mosca's quick, he might be able to quick wall this. Nope. Too busy. He's going to have to retreat back as another... Oh, Hippocon going to come over here and try and deal with this for the time being. But Mosca's on the back foot now. He's about to get himself that medium cavalry. But we'll see how it's going to go as TSM player says, I've got the stronger Toxotes because I'm Hades. What do you got? You've got cheaper Hippocon. Cheaper Hippocon is good. Every 10 Hippocon you get one for free basically. But that's just resources. You can always get those resources in as Hades with certain advantages from your economy, I guess, or getting a little bit of raids off. As we do see the fight starting to kick off here. Mosca really wanted to get some of those Hippocon over onto those back Toxotes here. And he's not quite able to, but as TSM player retreats away, he will be losing those. So we do see a couple more Hippocon coming in as now the fight for this side of the map ensues here. Mosca's still not paying attention. He's going to be actually losing both those villages. His TSM player shanks one down. Will he get the other one? Not quite yet. Mosca going to come back over onto this position. TSM player needs to continue sending stuff over here. Now he's going to send those Hippocon over onto this position as well. And you can see TSM player now, his resources are starting to look really, really nice. He's got 400 food in the bank. If he cancels these Hippocon here, he will be able to advance really, really quickly. As the villager goes down, walls will end up getting up here for TSM player. He is on the back foot for the time being, but turning around, taking the fight, no problems here. Mosca can't take these fights just yet. This TSM player going to be sneaking through here and seeing exactly what he can do. Do we see any armor upgrades here? No armor upgrades, but TSM player is at 130 pop. The question is, do you go for a third town center or do you go for that heroic age first? And we do see, it looks like a town center is the option here for TSM player. Mosca, on the other hand, no town center just yet. He's losing a lot of Toxotes. I think he's overdone it on his own Toxotes here. Generally speaking, a 50-50 mix of Toxotes to Hippocon is not really what you want, but you kind of want more Toxotes than you want Hippocon. But in this situation, Mosca just can't get a good fight happening, and TSM players' majority Hippocons are starting to overwhelm Mosca in this fight, and Mosca just says, that's the game. Not only did Mosca not get his wall set up, where I thought he had the advantage here because he got the villager over, he got the centaur in, but he lost that centaur being a little bit overzealous, not really controlling it too well. Didn't get his wall set up, and TSM player managed to get this left side, and not only that, he gets the right side walled as well, and he's getting shut down as he tries to get this side build set up as well. TSM player just all over Mosca in this game. Really, really well played. I think Mosca maybe here might just want to go for mass Hippocon rather than getting any Toxotes out as an idea. Like the idea being, why do you really need Toxotes? What is Toxotes good? Obviously, Toxotes cost wood and gold, so a little bit cheaper. You gather wood faster, but if you just build Hippocon here, you can spread out, get control of these sides. The Hippocon don't really become useless. Idea being is that there's a natural tendency for Greek players to go straight into Toxotes Heliopoli. So if you have mass Hippocon when that happens, you can sweep through that army and absolutely kill it. And maybe it would have been a better option for Mosca in this game. You can see his farms are up and everything, but he would have had enough goats here. He just finished that last goat to afford all of those extra Hippocon. Maybe. And then he would have also been able to get across the map here and do a little bit better. The problem is that when you're playing against Hades and you're building these Toxotes, you're innately setting yourself behind because your opponent's Toxotes are just better than yours. So you have to make that question. You have to answer that question. How are you going to deal with these? And maybe the answer needs to just be build less Toxotes, because they're just getting him in trouble here in this specific instance. Maybe not. Maybe this is just an unfortunate game for Mosca. We just got caught out a couple too many times in this one. But really well played from TSN Player. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. From the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.